Let's put it this way, I've always wanted to learn piano, and since I started getting into music production, I noticed more and more my lack of knowledge about music theory, and over time it started creating a lot of limitations. And also recently, I got this new MIDI keyboard. The only problem is that I use it only to play 808s or 3-note chords. But today, that's gonna change, because I'm giving myself a full week to learn as much as possible about how to play the piano. So let's get into it. I subscribe to Piano right here. This is not a sponsored video. I wish it was. So first off, let's finish setting up my account. Instrument, piano, MIDI controller, experience. Start from the beginning, no experience required. Exactly. Perfect. So now method, let's start. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through a bunch of lessons and then I'm gonna be trying some stuff out. And so for these 7 days, that's gonna be pretty much what I'm gonna do the entire time. And let's just say that I was not ready at all for what's gonna come. Okay, so it just basically told me how to use the website, how to use everything. Now I'm going to start going into detail on how you do everything. So I'm gonna catch up with you once I'm done and I'm gonna show you what I've learned. This is actually much harder than it looks, and I have really underestimated it. Like just putting both of your hands here on the keyboard. And from here, you can start to understand that I was really bad at this. Yeah, like the first couple of times I get it right, then I just mess it up completely. I'm learning like the key of the notes even though I already knew them, but it's just nice to be refreshed and I'm associating them with the key. I'm learning how to place the fingers, the right hand, the left hand, which is the opposite, so like this. If there is one thing that I'm gonna learn from this challenge is that by practicing you can do almost anything. And here is a clear example. Oh my god. Yo, check out this thing that I've just learned. So I learned to play a whole octave with my hand, like without just going nuts. Okay, and then with your left hand, you do it like this. Okay, so day 1 is complete. So I'm gonna catch you in day 2. I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of nervous today because the lesson that I'm gonna take, the first one, it's called Your First Song. So yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see what I come up with. I'm actually gonna play Let It Be by the Beatles. So I'm actually kind of intrigued to see if I'm gonna do good or not. Okay, wait. Holy sh! And there I realized I was gonna face my first problem. The thing is, I'm focused on how to play individual notes, individual chords. I'm already playing multiple chords at once. God. Okay, let's try and do this. And to make you understand how bad I was, I had to slow down the video to 0.25 times, and I wasn't even getting the chords on time. So you can see that with time, I'm getting less and less and less bad. But I'm gonna face another problem, another big one. I am destroying, my wrist hurts so bad you don't even imagine. Yeah, that's gonna happen pretty often. And you know what else is funny? My rage moments. I'm getting nervous. I think this is gonna be the last lesson of the day because I'm getting mad, kinda mad. Okay, let's just cut to day 3. Okay, so welcome to day 3. Today, I'm going to learn melodic patterns, a whole lot of new stuff. I'm really excited for this, so I'm ready, fully into it. And yeah, I'm just gonna grind a little bit to see what I learned. I'm gonna share everything with you. When I started this challenge, I thought that by day 7, I was gonna learn a whole bunch of things and I was gonna be able to play fluently the piano, but boy, I was wrong. Although I managed to earn quite a bit of stuff, more on that at the end of the video, I realized that 7 days were just not enough. Like, I'm not expecting to become any sort of expert at the end of these 7 days, but at least I'm hoping to become better and to just kind of have an understanding on how the scales work and be able to like come up with chords, counter melodies without really any issue. So in order to get the most out of this week, I decided to give everything to it. I started taking notes, and I'm taking like notes and everything. I started playing as much as I could, and I also started to implement implement it into my daily routine of beat making, and I was noticing more and more progress. And sometimes progress involves doing silly things, such as like randomly clapping. Yeah, that's quite embarrassing. So it's currently day 4 and let me explain to you how it is going. So by far I learned how to do scales, how the major scale work, and also how can I play with the right hand and the left hand both at the same time. I learned to sort of improvise, and so I'm getting better. I like doing fluid movements and just getting the hang of it, because a lot of the tricks are made by muscle memory. So if you don't have that, then you're trash. Well, I'm glad it took you 4 days to figure it out. Let's get to the studio and let's see what we do. Okay, so as I said, it's gonna be probably more practice. In fact, you can see here the title. I've got here all the notes that I took in these days. And yeah, I'm just gonna put myself to the test. So I've got the camera pointing at my keyboard and I have got FL Studio open. I'm gonna open the piano roll for you. So let's start. I learned how to play the scale backwards and onwards with both hands. So with one single hand, it's like... Then with the left. So I learned how to do both. Then I learned how to make chords, so tri-hats. So for example, let's do a C major. So it's the first note, the third note, and the fifth note of the piano. And if you want to convert it to the minor, you just have to go a step back in the middle chords. Let's move it on the black note on the D sharp, and it's C minor. That's it pretty much. So I'm just gonna play a little bit to see how I am doing right now. And by day 4, I was able to play my second song, which is The Scientist by the Coldplay. And to be honest with you, the next couple of days were really similar. So practice and practice. Day freaking 5, baby. This challenge has actually gone quite fast. I haven't really noticed that the days have passed by, so... To be honest with you, it started growing on me. Every day that passed, I liked more and more the piano. And with practice, I wasn't really so bad. I just got by far, I think, the best improvisation. And yeah, I'm so happy about that. One thing that I noticed for sure is that playing alone versus playing with the metronome is a completely different thing. Day 6, boys, we're almost at the end of the challenge. So what's left for me to do is learn Hallelujah, and then I will be done with my third song. And on this note, day 5 and 6 were pretty similar. So this brings us on directly to day 7. Today is day 7, so we are almost at the end of this challenge, and today we're going to be learning how to improvise, and so how I can create my actual own songs by just improvising with the keyboard. On day 7, nothing new really happened. I mostly refined the skills that I learned throughout the course of the week. Ooh, I understand. I have to try this. I don't know if I will succeed, but I'll try. Well, that's not true, because on day 7 I learned how to play minor scales, and this is something that I've been looking up to since the start of the challenge. I want to show you guys what I've written so far. I've written how minor scales work, how major and minor relatives exist, how you can find both of them. Then I've wrote a lot of stuff here, so all the musical patterns that I've done, how to identify a major scale, how to identify flat and sharp keys like this. And yeah, so I think that what I'm gonna learn from now on, it's really not gonna be much. It's just gonna be more practice, nothing too serious, but I've gotten to where I wanted to get. But honestly, I feel really confident and I'm happy about it. And that's why I decided that this challenge is not gonna be over. I'm gonna make updates in the future about how I'm doing with the piano, and I'm gonna let you guys know everything. I hope that you liked this video, and I've got another one that I think you will like as well.